Questions. Which of the following pairs will give displacement reaction? The answer is B. The answer is D. AgNO3 solution and copper metal. Copper is more reactive than silver, so it displaces silver from AgNO3 solution. 2AgNO3 plus Cu gives 2Ag plus CuNO3. AgNO3 is aqueous, copper is solid, silver is solid, CuNO3 whole 2 is aqueous. Which of the following methods is suitable for preventing an iron from frying pan from rusting? The correct answer is A. The fry pan can be protected from composition from corrosion by applying oil, because grease is not suitable for cooking utensils. Only certain paints can be used which can withstand with high temperature. Zinc is a low melting metal and it gets vaporized, so it is not advisable to use zinc for coating a frying pan. An element reacts with oxygen to give a compound with a high melting point. The compound is also soluble in water. The element is likely to be, the correct answer is A, calcium. Calcium forms calcium oxide with oxygen. Calcium oxide is high melting compound. It dissolves in water to give lime matter. Food cans are coated with tin and not with zinc because the correct answer is C. Zinc is more reactive than tin, and tin is non-toxic also. Now you are given a hammer, a battery, a bulb, wires and a switch. How could you use them to distinguish between samples of metals and non-metals? With hammer, that is to find out it is a brittle or malleable. So that way the substance that breaks into pieces, that is brittle, and that is malleable. When we hammer it, makes thin sheets. So these are the characteristic feature of metals, so that we can find out if it is metal, then it will do, and if it is non-metal, then it will not do. And a battery, a bulb, wires and a switch. To find out the given sample allows the electricity to pass through it, means it is good conductor of electricity or not. The sample does not allow electricity to pass through it, it is a non-conductor. And if it allows the electricity, then it is conductor. So when it is does not allow, then it is non-metal. When it is allowed, this is metal. So what are amphoteric oxides? The oxides which can react with acids as well as alkalis are called amphoteric. Amphoteric means both. So it reacts with both, that is acids as well as alkalis. Name two metals which will displace hydrogen from dilute acids. Metals which will displace hydrogen from dilute acids is zinc, magnesium. Metals which will not displace hydrogen from dilute acids are silver and gold. In the electrolytic refining of a metal M, what would you take as anode? The cathode and the electrolyte. Anode, a thick slab of crude metal M, and cathode, a thin sheet of a pure metal M. Electrolyte, a solution of a stable salt of metal M. Pratish took a sulfur powder on a spatula and heated it. He collected the gas evolved in inventing a test tube over it, as shown in the figure. Give alongside what will be in the action of gas on dry litmus paper. So when the sulfur is heated on air, sulfur dioxide is formed. This gas has no effect on dry litmus paper. And the moist litmus paper, the gas turns the moist litmus paper to red. and on prolonged contact with the gas, the litmus paper gets discolored. And the balance equation is S plus O2 is SO2, S is solid, O2 is gas, SO2 is gas. There are two ways to prevent the rusting of iron. That is by galvanization and by surface coating with oil grease. You will get much details and you go through the lecture on corrosion. What type of oxides are formed when non-metal combined with oxygen? These are SO2, SO3, CO2, neutral is NOCO. Now give reasons. Platinum, gold and silver are used to make jewelry because they are noble metals. The metals show very little reactivity. These are not affected by air, oxygen and moisture and maintain their luster for a long time. That's why these metals are used for making jewelry. Sodium, potassium, lithium are stored under oil because these are highly reactive metals. These metals react vigorously with oxygen in the air and moisture. These are stored under kerosene oil to prevent the contact of air and moisture. Aluminium is highly reactive metal, yet it is used to make utensils for cooking. Aluminium during the use gets covered with a layer of aluminium oxide. This layer is hard, insoluble and does not permit anything to pass through it. That's why aluminium is used for making cooking utensils. Carbonate and sulfide ores are usually converted into oxides during process of extraction. This is because it is easier to obtain metal from its oxide ore than from carbonate or sulfide ore. You must have seen tarnished copper vessels being cleaned with lemon or tamarind juice. Explain why these sour substances are effective in cleaning the vessels. Copper, when exposed to moisture, gets tarnished due to the formation of basic copper carbonate. Lemon or tamarind juice contains organic acid. These acids react with the basic copper carbonate and clean the surface. Differentiate between metal and non-metal on the basis of their chemical properties. These are the much details that I have explained in the while taking the different reactions of metals and non-metals. That is the properties of metals and non-metals, chemical properties. So you go through the previous lecture and you will get the difference between metals and non-metals on the basis of their chemical properties. How does it react with oxygen, displacement of hydrogen, how does it react with chlorine, hydrogen and chemical nature. A man went door to door posing as goldsmith. He promised to bring back the glitter of old and dull gold ornaments. So in this problem, that is called the so-called goldsmith might have used aqua regia. The aqua regia has dissolved the upper layer of gold. Aqua regia is freshly prepared mixture of concentrated hydrochloric acid and conch nitric acid. So aqua regia can dissolve the noble metals like gold and platinum. Aqua regia. The key reasons why copper is used to make hot water tanks and not steel can alloy of iron. This is because copper is the best conductor of heat. So this is all about the chapter end questions, solution to chapter end questions of NCERT, NCERT book, textbook. The chapter is metals and non-metals, lesson 3. So now you go through all this and I will send in the PDF also the answers and go through and revise the whole lesson Thank you. That's all.